Alright, guys. How's everybody doing today? I am still sick. It is Thursday. And I feel a little bit better, I'm not going to lie. But I'm still somewhat ill this morning. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone had a happy new year. And let's start killing it in 2020. But yeah, still kind of sick if you can't tell. Not feeling that hot. But the show must go on, as they say. Let's see. Man. Right now it's just my sinuses, team. It's just my sinuses, man. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm pretty sure it's actually strep throat is what I've come to the conclusion of. And now that my fever has stopped, it's almost certainly strep throat is what the conclusion I've come to. Alright, there we go. Whew. But yeah, I gotta go somewhere today, so I'm kind of I gotta wear nicer clothes, but whew, man. What's up, team? How's everybody doing today? What's up, guys? Alright, we got that's right. What's up, Canna? What's up, Tyrell? What's up, Futures? What's up, Dre? Spy is up, man. Spy is up. No, I'm not going to drink a V8 because, like I said, one of the issues is my sinuses. And I know that type of stuff's supposed to help my sinuses. But something that's actually been helping me is this black seed oil. This is black cumin seed oil. It's supposed to be an anti-inflammatory. This has actually been helping a lot. It's terrible and it tastes like death. But it works, whatever it is, this black seed oil. And so I'll take some of that. It tastes horrible, though. I'll say that. It tastes horrible. I've been using that in like my throat spray. Like that with my throat spray. Man, this sucks. Whew. Ugh. Yeah. Dude, this has been like 6 days now. 6 days. And like, I haven't had a fever in like a solid 4 days, which is why I think it's strep. Because my fever went away, but my throat still hurts. And so I think my throat is just hurt from it, you know? This sucks, man. Alright, let me, what is this? Sorry. Put that over there. There we go. That's a little bit better. So what's up, guys? Yeah. Yeah, that black, it tastes terrible, but it works, man. I can't even lie. Look, I'll take some right now. I'm supposed to take a teaspoon in the morning and then a teaspoon at night. It might make me a little sleepy though, but that's okay. But this stuff tastes like death, man. Look at that. Let me see if I can get that on this. Yeah, you can see it. Look at that. It tastes like death, man. But it works. All right, here we go. It's terrible, man. That stuff's terrible. Whew. It's not even the taste. It's not even taking it in that's bad. It's the burps that you get like 2 hours later that are the worst with that. But yeah, it works. So I'm just gonna keep using it, even though it tastes bad. Alright. So, now that that is done for the day. And this video is not sponsored by Black Seed Oil. It's not sponsored by that Black Seed Oil. It's just not. But we got SAVA gapping up some. Hey, appreciate it, Lewis. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I mean, Wonder Woman. So she said, I take the pills. I don't do the liquid as it burns my throat. That's the funny thing though, is like I have strep throat, and for some reason when this stuff coats my throat feels better. And so even though it burns at first when I first take it, it kind of numbs my throat a little bit and makes it feel better. And so that's kind of why I would just put it in some capsules and take it that way, but it actually kind of numbs my throat and makes my throat feel better. So yeah, 100%. What's good for you usually tastes bad. Yep, 100%. Alright. Back to stocks here this morning. Okay, so yeah, SAVA gapping up from 520 to 698. Pretty solid percentage gap up here. This is what, like a 35% gap up. Looks good. Looks good. I don't think I can trade it. I do have a Robinhood account that I traded on Friday, and I made one small win. But I'll definitely take it. You know, the gain that I had on my Robinhood account was like a $12 gain. And I'm just going to try to grow this account, I guess. You know, you can see I do have this Robinhood account. Maybe I'll trade it a little bit. If I could find some options, maybe I'll buy some options on it as well. But I did make $12 in my Robinhood account on Friday. We'll still be trading my TEFs and trading that account, obviously. And we'll take some larger trades with that one, I'm sure. But, yeah, that's what we're looking at this morning. So SAVA gapping up. We'll come back to this one. We also have FCEL, which is the stock I traded Friday. You know, and basically the strategy that I traded on that on Friday was just this pullback right here. This pullback, you know, it pulled back. I got in like here, held through this drop, sold it up here at like 257. So I sold here. Yeah, it was a good trade. A nice little dip buy for that one. So I'll take that too. Next, we can look at Rite Aid, which is RAD. Gapping up from 1547 to 1730. Yeah, we'll have to take a look at that one for FCEL. But yeah, Rite Aid is gapping up from 1540s to 1730 or so. Looks good. We'll see that one as well. And that's really about it. I mean, we got some other stuff on this list, but it's all pretty boring and dull. There's not really much that actually looks good on the rest of this list. And that's to be somewhat expected. You know, it's a slow market day. And it's a holiday weekend. And honestly, after this week, the holiday weekends are done and we can get back to normal trading. Because lately we've just had a holiday weekend. I don't know if you call... I did rebound slightly Friday or... Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday I did rebound slightly. I ended up up on the day like $1 and something, but I was probably still down after commissions if I'm being honest. And so losing day the last market day we had. And yeah, I mean, aside from that, the big thing with today though, guys, is that the market is actually up. And so like if we look at the SPY here, The SPY is actually up a pretty solid amount, and so it's going to drag a lot of these other stocks up too. Like the SPY's up, so you can look at AMD, it's up, Roku, it's up, Tesla, it's up, AMD, it's up. And so, you know, when the market runs like that, it drags a lot of these other stocks up as well. And so that's what we're going to keep an eye on, is the market with these other stocks, and see if we can find anything that looks interesting today. You guys hear that, man? My nose is like so stuffed up, man, and there's nothing I can do about it. Yeah, we'll have to look up the news in a second. That's what we're gonna do in just a minute. John question, what percentage of your capital do you trade on a daily basis? Let me see. So I have about 240K. I would say that fluctuates, to be honest. Most of the time, I don't know, I probably trade. We could just break it down into like the stocks I trade. So like AMD is what, like a $40 stock. AMD is like a $40 stock. If I buy, what's the average? Like 200 shares, 300 shares. So $12,000 per trade is usually about, let me do the math here, 20% of my account, I guess. No, that's off. Let me see. 12 times 5. Yeah, way off. Let me do that again. Sorry, my math is off this morning. Let's see, 240K divided by 12K. So this is probably roughly, let me see. Yeah, it's roughly 2%, I guess. Or no, it's roughly, you can slurp coffee while you sniffle it out. That way it won't sound like you were eating snot, John. I don't know, just some helpful advice. Hey, thanks, bro. Yeah, I'm moving kind of slow this morning. Wait, so 5%, my bad, 5% of my account, it took me long enough to figure that out. 5% of my account is roughly what I'm using per trade, right? So if I'm using, the example I used was if I use $12,000 in equity per trade, right? Then 12,000 is 5% of 240K. And so roughly 5% per trade. And then let's say I trade 4 to 5 times per day, then I don't know, 25%, you know. At least that's my math for the day. 25%. Oh, sorry guys, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, guys. I'm going to an intro account, so I'm trying to figure out what is a reasonable amount to risk. I would say, obviously, why do I keep getting signed out here? Hey, Happy New Year, team. I would say a reasonable amount to risk for an intro package. I would say it's going to be completely different what you do with an intro account versus what I'm doing with my account. I have way too much room in this account, right? So you're not going to really have that with an intro package. My suggestion, if you're trading an intro package, would be to trade like, it depends on the stock, obviously, and the range of that specific stock. but my suggestion would be to trade like 200 shares of like a medium volatile stock. 200 shares, make your average win like $40, $30, and try to build it up with like $30, $40 wins is what I would do. Slowly slowly build up more cushion and then increase as you do build more cushion is my suggestion. But it's all subjective, Dude, if this thing signed me out again, I'm gonna have to... Okay, it didn't sign me out this time. Good. Yeah, but I don't have a 10K account, trader. Like I said, if I'm risking well, it wasn't it. What I was trying to calculate earlier was how much of my buying power am I using per trade, right? So if I'm using $12,000 in buying power per trade on my account, and my full account has 240K in buying power, then I'm using roughly 5% of that account, right? By that math. And then, and if I were to use 5% 5 times, that would be 25%, So in a day, I'd be using like 25% of my total buying power in my account to trade with. But that's all with the assumption that I'm only trading the same stock multiple times every day, which sometimes happens, but most of the time I'll be trading more expensive stocks too, and so it's all going to be relative to that. Oh, man. I told you guys, I've been sick, man. It sucks. All right, well, we're going to start looking up some news, actually. Recent runner here in pre-market is PULM. PULM making moves. All right, we got Mitch in here. Hold on. Let me fix the audio. Yo, what's up, man? Let me adjust this so it doesn't look like... So it doesn't look like I have poop on my shirt. I don't know how to fix that. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna leave it like that. Whatever. What would you say about interactive brokers? I never used them, so I can't say whether they're good or bad. Because, like I said, I've never really used IB. Also, guys, you guys know I am trying to put some money into a U-Stock trade account. It's not credited yet. We'll see if it credits next week. But yeah, I've never used them, so I can't say whether they're good or bad. Alright, so PULM put out a release this morning that said they announced a inhibitor licensing agreement with a lung cancer initiative at Johnson & Johnson. And that's causing PULM to rip up here. You can see it started this morning at 86 cents and it's now at $1.28. So honestly, a pretty big percentage move here for PULM. Let me know if you guys want to see that. We're going to watch that one for sure. Looks interesting. Could get fun there. We'll watch it. PULM. Next one I'm looking up is SAVA. You there, Mitch? What's up, bro?
What's up, bro?
What's up, man? Can y'all hear Mitch? Let me know how the sound is, guys.
Good morning. Good morning.
What's up? What's up, James? What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
What's going on, guys?
Happy
New Year's. Happy New Year's, guys.
Happy New Year's, team. All right, the next one we're looking up is
New Profits, guys.
Yeah, man. For sure. Next one we're looking up is SAVA, which was a mover yesterday. This one is up after the company CEO reported a purchase of 100,000 shares Tuesday in a Form 4 filing for SAVA. And so their chief executive, Remy Barber, bought 100,000 shares of common stock, causing this thing to push up more. And this is after it had the big day on the 27th. And so interesting timing there. We'll see what happens with it. We'll see where it goes. SAVA is on my watch for sure. Though we also have RAD here, which is Rite Aid, making some moves, gapping up from 1540s to 1730 for Rite Aid. And this one is up.
Yeah, it looks like the short squeeze might be over.
Yeah, man, this one's starting to squeeze up big. It's up to 1730s. Not seeing any catalyst for this one, but
That's just a short squeeze.
yeah, that's plausible.
This stock, this is one of the top stocks shorted in all of Wall Street. We're talking like GME status.
Yeah, I mean, who still uses Rite Aid though?
That's
Like,
really
honestly,
what it is. It's there was at a time when this spike happened, there was close to 30% of the stock of the float shorted.
yeah,
And
I
so
believe
what
that
happened
too.
when this thing started spiking, it really didn't short out people until 16, and you can see it on the daily chart. As soon as it hit $16, that's really when it started just jumping up. $2, $2. Those are shorts, big shorts, just getting squeezed out. They can't handle it no more. They're down $8, and when you get down $8, you start holding a big amount. You start getting a little worried. Is this stock going to keep squeezing on me? And I think what you saw was in those 22s and 24s, you see the big amount of volume jump on the daily chart. Right there, those are the short squeezes selling out and being like, I can't take it no more.
Do it. Yeah.
And then you see the day after that, 45 million sell. And then the next day, the volume dropped by half. Why? Because the short squeezes had already gotten squeezed. So the only position that was going to take there was people that were buying back the shares, that were going to go ahead and take a risk to think that this stock was going to go to 30. And I think that's what you saw on that pullback day in the 18s. And now we're down to the 16s. I think that 16 level is very, very vital. If this stock gets back below 16, you could see it right back down to $10. But if it holds above here, holds 18s, holds 20s, you can maybe make another run up. But I don't think this is going back above 24, at least on the daily chart. Unless it gets a catalyst. We'll need to see a catalyst.
Which is plausible. You know, that might happen. They might pump that thing up. We'll see. But who knows, really?
It's still one of the top shorts on the whole market.
Sorry, guys. You see me over here messing with my green screen. I'm trying to get this to work. Look at this. I'm not sure what to do here. I probably need some better lighting. Is really realistically what it is.
Yeah. I'm in agreement that I don't think Rite Aid is coming back. I think this is just a short squeeze. People get shorted out, and then the stock starts coming right back down.
Yeah, it's just about, do people actually go to Rite Aid? And it's about market share, right? It's about market share. If you look around and you're in a big city like I am, be real, how many Rite Aids do you realistically see? I'll tell you this, I saw a lot more 15 years ago. And so mostly what I'm seeing is Walgreens now. I think Walgreens is even beating out CVS a little bit, mostly with their pharmacy and stuff, but I think that Walgreens is the king right now, and I think that like third place, which is what I would consider Rite Aid when it comes to like corner stores, is not gonna make it. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, so Rite Aid.
Huge wicks?
Huh?
Are you getting these huge wicks on Apple?
I don't know, I haven't really looked at it. Let me see.
And the overall market as in general.
Yeah, market's up big. A lot of stuff is getting dragged up with it.
Do you have those long wicks on there? Or is it just my charts? That's what I'm just trying to figure out.
Walgreens bought out. Appreciate that, Trader. So Trader dropping some knowledge on us. He said Walgreens brought. I didn't even know that. Walgreens bought out Rite Aid. Only some stores are still open, and soon Rite Aid will be below $1. Yeah, and that makes sense, especially if Walgreens bought them out. You know. very common thing. If anybody remembers what the UFC did with all the other MMA organizations, they basically went around and they bought all their competitors and then closed them down. They let them run for like a few weeks, or a few months or whatever it is, and then they just closed them down. They did it with Pride. They did it with Strikeforce. Very common thing for a big company to do. It's just to go around buying its competitors and then closing them down. And of course,
the dark side of Dana White.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that, really, but they have their excuses and ways out of getting in trouble for it. And so yeah, Dana White's been doing that for years, man. He goes around buying his competition. He did it with Pride, rest in peace, Pride. He did it with Strikeforce. Why does it keep signing me out of YouTube, man? Hold on, let me figure something out. I might have to go change my password because it keeps logging me out of YouTube, and that's freaking me out. So hold it down, Mitch. I'll be right back.
No stress. I'm just laughing because you just called out one of the biggest guys in business.
Dana White, I'm talking to you. Dana White. I miss Strikeforce, bro. Bring back soccer kicks. Bring back soccer kicks. You're
listening. Man. He's listening right now,
He knows, man. He knows. Bring back soccer kicks. That's all I care about. I'll be okay with you taking down Pride. Just bring back soccer kicks, man. That's the missing part of MMA right now. Do it. Just bring him back. All right, I'll be right back, guys.
All right, we'll change subjects here a little bit. Flip around here, guys. Let's talk about what I like. Let's talk about my pot stocks. What's going on in the pot world? What are you guys thinking for pot stocks on 2020? Who likes them? Who doesn't? Let me know in the chat. What's going on? Who likes them? All right, guys. Appreciate the love, Gavin. What's going on, guys? What do you guys think about the pot stocks? We coming back? We not? Do you guys think this is the bottom? A lot of people are talking about, legalization and stuff like that. I think, drinks are going to be huge. I agree, Brock. I think once they start going, if we're able to actually get THC in a everyday drink, things are going to really start changing. I think the industry will really start making profits. We all know it's all about profits, and the valuation on these pot stocks were kind of low. We get someone's opinion here. Permit seen all pot stocks going to zero. I highly doubt that. A lot of people would say that, but I really highly doubt that we're going to zero. Definitely not zero, because profitability is just around the corner, guys. Legalization would definitely create profitability. The only reason these stocks aren't massively profitable right now, I think at the end of the day, has to do with US legalization. But we will see what happens because of that. CGC has gone down, but now we're finding a balance here on the weekly charts. Let me delete all the drawings for CGC. You can clearly see the bottom here starting to build here around the 19 is where we're really seeing the bottom hold right now. I think we might get a move down into this 15 area before we really spike up, but that's really where I like it. I think these stocks can come back, get into the $30 range for CGC. We'll see if it can come back there. All right. But, one of the biggest things that I'll be looking at in the market for the pot stocks is going to be election stories. I always think it's all about stories in stocks. If you guys know me, I've been here for a while. I think it's always about stories. When will the story pick back up? Just like in Bitcoin, the story died and Bitcoin kind of died off. When will the story of Bitcoin come back? When will the story of these cannabis stocks come back? And I think the story is going to come with legalization talk. The moment that you start seeing weed in the news for politics, you start seeing candidates talk about legalization, I think that's when you'll start seeing the pickup start happening again. Volume wise, you can clearly see on CGC, we're starting to get the volume back in these stocks. And we're talking back in those original breakout days where it had 100 million trading weekly, had 100 million shares trading. Now we've had at least in November a week where we traded 110 million shares. I think we need to see another 110 million shares traded in the weekly chart to really start seeing these stocks come back.
All right, I'm back. So, what's up, team?
Joe, I highly doubt that there would be a negative for pot stocks. Medical would still definitely help it, but when you look at the prices are cheaper because of medical, not because of recreational. And I can just tell you this just because I live in a legalization state. Medical is always going to be cheaper than recreational. Why? Taxes.
Yep. 100%.
That's the big issue. That's the thing that happens there. With recreational, you're going to always have higher taxes because they can't use the excuse of, oh, but it's only for medical use, so you can't tax it like that.
Wait, did it sign me out again? It did, man. Why does it keep signing me out? It's weird.
But it's going to be interesting, guys. Definitely the 2020 year for the pot stocks. I think it's going to be the year that brings them back. We had the year of kind of 4 years back, you can think, 2016. That's when these pot stocks actually started moving and creating kind of that motion. But now 4 years later, we're right back towards lower highs here on the lows of the 52 week. We had 2 years where we tried to break out. We pulled back for a year. Let's see if this is going to be a year that we get these pot stocks back. Another thing we can look at is one that I want to talk about, PTON. PTON is interesting, guys. This is the hamster stock, as I like to call it. Who likes to be on the hamster wheel and running indoors? So we'll see what happens with PTON as we get into this year. There's a lot of people that are short on this stock. A lot of people have big concerns about Peloton. They think that the stock is going to fall to $5, and that's from Citron Research. They say that the Peloton bikes are overpriced and that the streaming exercise videos will face huge competition and cheaper rivals. So we'll definitely be kind of concerned about this, and we'll be looking into it to see what's going to happen in Peloton. What do you guys think about this kind of exercise system? There's a lot of stocks actually, well, not stocks, but a lot of products coming out in this industry. I don't know if you guys have seen Tidal. Tidal's another one, but that one's kind of your own workout thing in your house. So that's going to be interesting. Definitely a sector that I've seen a lot of interest in, and we'll see how that grows. We will see. All right, guys, another one that we can talk about, another industry that's starting to get big is the industry of space. This is one that I've been watching, this ETF. I've been waiting for it to break out through the 27. When it breaks out through 27, that's probably when I'll be a buyer. But looking at the UFO, this is an ETF that does kind of space investment. One of the biggest ones that they're invested in is Maxar. Maxar, we have seen this stock just keep bouncing up there. That stock is just making moves. We've seen this stock start from a little breakout back in this area. You see this kind of big circle that I'll have drawn out. That was kind of the breakout where it happened. And ever since that breakout of $10, it's been looking really great. Up there now to 17, looking like it could break out to 20. This is a sector that they really feel in the long run, in the next 10 years, next decade, is really going to break out. So I'll keep an eye on these in the 2020 year, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, definitely, Michael. I definitely like the space industry, and we'll be looking for this industry to grow throughout the years of my trading. I definitely want to even take a position. I will let you guys know when I do have a position in this, but I definitely am going to be taking positions in the space industry, cannabis industry, and then looking to short some of the retail industry. So that's my views for the 2020, and we'll see what happens in the year.
The stock is UFO.
Yeah, UFO. That's ETF of a whole bunch of those, and I really like it. It has a lot of diversity and some good evaluation in the long term. I think these stocks will eventually go up. The industry is supposed to grow massively. We're talking into the billions for this kind of industry, and so we'll see what happens with it.
What's up, Todd? What's up, man?
I think it's one like we get a lot of times what we call new industries to really start breaking out, and I think this is one of those industries that you can really look forward in the next decade. Definitely a long-term approach, but I think in the long term, you could see this stock, this ETF, probably up there to $50s, $60. I think in the future.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's go ahead and look at the overall market news. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to start with the SPY. As you guys can probably see, the SPY is up pretty huge today. It's gapping up from 321.86 to 323.70s here, so a solid gap up for the SPY. Let's go ahead and read the market news that comes with this and see if we can get some type of bias towards the open. So I'm reading the ETF preview, and this is from MT Newswires. It does say, quote, U.S. stock futures are pointing to a strong open on the first trading day of the new year, following more upbeat developments with the U.S.-China trade negotiations, as well as a stimulus move from China. And then it goes on to say, quote, U.S. President Donald Trump said he will sign the Phase 1 trade deal with China January 15th, a little over a month after the two sides reached an agreement. According to the U.S. leader's tweet, the signing of the trade deal on January 15th will take place in the White House with the presence of high-level Chinese officials. He added he will travel to Beijing soon to start the negotiations for the second phase of the trade deal, and China has yet to release its own statement on the trade deal signing. End quote. And again, this is from MT Newswires. Just to look a little bit deeper into the overall market, we have the commodities, which is crude is up 0.2%. The U.S. oil fund is flat. Natural gas is down 0.5%, and the natural gas fund, the UNG, was down 0.1%. Gold is up 0.1%, with the Spider Gold Trust being up 0.3%, and silver being up 0.2% today as well. And the iShares Silver Trust is also up 0.2%. And so, yeah, that's about it for today. We'll see what we get. But, yeah, positive developments, I guess, with the U.S.-China trade deal. We'll see what happens. They say it's going to sign a hard date on the 15th, and so we'll see if that actually happens or not. And until it happens, like Mitch, I'm sure we're going to remain skeptical.
Exactly, always.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So just catching up a little bit with the chat here. I see we have a couple new faces in the chat. Definitely hello and welcome to the team, man. How you guys doing? Welcome to joining us on this 2020 start. One of the things that we like to do is definitely, we don't try to claim we're experts here. We just try to work the markets with you guys. Too many chat rooms out there trying to act like they have the right alert, the right pattern. That's really not what we're here for, guys. We're here to go ahead and continue working through these stocks, working at them every single day in a fashion that we can come in, talk about the earnings, ratings, and really work our plans for the trading day. What we stress is process and risk management. And so if you want to go ahead and continue growing with us in the 2020 year, definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like. That's how you guys support us. You know, we're absolutely free here. What we do 100% free for you guys, and definitely we appreciate it if you guys hit that subscribe, hit the like. If you hit the bell, that will definitely alert you every single time we go live so that you can be with us and killing the markets.
Yes, sir. Should be a fun day. Let's do this. I don't know what my account's at. Let me see. See what my account's at. I think it's probably at a little bit below what it was on Friday. Yeah, I'm at $2,093, roughly $2,100 in profit. You can see I'm at $2,093 in profit. I'll take that.
Yeah. I'm definitely battling, trying to get this intro right back into the profits. We're down about close to $200 here. Just got to work it back, you know. And that's really the key here, guys, is working through these intro accounts. If you guys don't know, I'm trading an intro account, the smallest account that you can get with TradeNet. I think it's going right now for $370. And one of the great things about this account is that it's given me such a great amount of buying power that I'm able to still buy 100 shares of a stock all the way up to $100, $200, and really try to get to that next level. But we're really going to be pushing into this account into the year and going to continue growing.
Yes, sir. It's a new year, team. It's a new year. It's 2020. Let's do this. Should be a fun year. Should be a lot of growth. It was a great year for the channel in 2019. We definitely grew by a crazy amount, and we're still growing. Last month we grew by almost 1,000 subscribers, and so it's been really fun to watch this community get bigger and bigger. And so we're just gonna keep growing. Let's do this. Let's see. I appreciate it, Trex. Thank you, sir. What's up, Todd? So people talking about Peloton, I see.
Yeah, man. They're talking about will it fail? Will it not? You know, it's one of the most interesting stocks, I think, of the year. That one and Lucky, those two IPOs, I think are the most interesting to watch for the 2020, at least for for IPOs. We'll see. This year we're gonna get maybe even we're gonna get the Airbnb IPO. That's gonna be interesting. We'll see what happens with the Airbnb.
Yeah. When's that one supposed to IPO?
Later on in the year, I think closer towards the summertime. But it's going to be definitely the most hyped IPO of the year. So definitely look out for Airbnb to come out. Another one that's coming out, we got Casper. I don't know if you know about that mattress company.
No.
Yeah, it's pretty much, there's a lot of these new online mattress companies that sell mattresses purely online, like Purple is another one. I know these, and they're definitely trying to push.
I think that's the future.
It's definitely going to help it. I mean, I don't think it's a bad idea to just sell them online, but I think at the end of the day, I think in the long run, I'm not so sure that it's the top way to go. But what I do see is differentiation, and so one of the major things that kind of the mattress industry had settled was that a high-priced mattress meant high quality.
Not true.
And which is we both know it's not true, but that's what they wanted to establish.
Yeah.
And I think that these companies are coming out with mattresses half the price of those expensive mattresses, like let's say Tempur-Pedic and stuff like that. And so they're able to cut the price in half by cutting a lot of the expenses out mattress making, which is keeping it in inventory, having a store to put it in, marketing to have it behind, and stuff like that. And so really what you're running into, I think, is a differentiation in the industry. And so you'll see cheaper prices and the quality still supposedly holding up. And that's what really you're seeing with these companies that are going to come in.
Yeah, I think that mattresses are one of the most overpriced products in the retail space. I think that the amount they're charging for a mattress is starting to become just ridiculous. You know, when they're charging $5,000 for a mattress, you know, just it's starting to get bad. And I think that mattresses are great, and mattresses can be useful, but you can basically find wholesale mattresses for much cheaper. And I think that in the end, I think that the mattress retail space will be a little bit more immune to like Amazon than other retail spaces, because, you know, let's be honest here, you got to kind of try out a mattress before you buy it. But
that's the battle.
Yeah,
it's to change the education.
Yeah, but I do think, and the reason I say this is because, you know, when my wife was pregnant, you know, we got her a mattress, and this mattress cost me like $5,000. It was like a $5,000 mattress, which is super unnecessary. You know, like I said, my wife was pregnant at the time, and I'll tell you this, I've regretted buying that mattress ever since. It was just unnecessary. You know, we don't even use it anymore. It's in my guest room right now. But mattresses are unnecessarily expensive, and in the end, the salesmen are there for a reason, and the reason they have a commission-based, salesman-based company most of the time is because they need to talk you into spending that much, and that if they weren't there to talk you into spending that much, nobody would be buying mattresses right now. But I guess it is what it is. Yeah, huge markup, man. Huge markup.
You know, I mean, you gotta realize what's the difference between the quality that you want and the price that you're willing to pay for it. Because at the end of the day, I mean, a good mattress is a good mattress. You know, makes a difference than let's say a mattress that you get for $100.
Right.
I do think there's a difference. You know, I sleep on an over $1,000 mattress now, and yeah. It does feel a lot better than my let's say $200 mattress that I get at IKEA, but at the end of the day, it's what you want to pay for it. And I mean, it's going to be interesting that they're coming out with these public stocks, and that's really what we're talking about here, guys. Is we'll see how Casper performs.
It's time to get my payback with Casper, man. I'm gonna be shorting those stocks, man. Payback time, son.
It will be interesting. It will be interesting for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, it should be a fun day. We'll see what we get. I will be trading on Robinhood some today, guys, because like I said, I do have this $500 account on Robinhood. I made a solid $12 on Tuesday. Happy with my $12 gain, honestly. I mean, that's not a bad win. You know what? This is like what? A $12 gain is like what? A 3% win, 2.5% win. I'll take that, you know.
Oh.
We're gonna try to double this thing, team. Let's do this. And like I said, maybe I'll buy some options. If I find some overextended stocks, maybe I'll buy some options. Maybe.
Man, we'll I'm reading a little bit about Casper and how they started, and man, these guys put their neck on the line.
No, I mean, or that could just be marketing, bro.
No, they I mean, they did. This is actually a true article here. They put in 2013 they were actually racking up a substantial amount of debt, and they were in danger of closing. They got to the point where they had to reinvest their own money, the founders, and they put in $100,000 on their credit cards.
Yeah.
And we're able to swing the company back around and got it to what it is now. It's actually valued as one of the biggest mattress firms in the world at a valuation of $1.1 billion.
Yeah, that's yeah. I mean,
that's massive.
Yeah,
that's massive.
It's a little scary, you know. I get it.
But hey, we'll see what happens in this IPO in 2020. Definitely something to watch.
Yeah.
All right, guys, getting towards that time, 9:26, 9:27. Let's go ahead and get down packed. Let's get to these stocks that we're really going to trade today. I know a lot of you are going to be watching PULM. I'll be keeping an eye on a couple stocks. We did get a couple pullback days in the SPY during kind of the holiday time, so I'm looking for the SPY to start ripping. A lot of times we get what's called the January effect, where investors are coming back in after they've taken their profits off for tax reasons. So we'll be looking for red to green moves today. I know a lot of stocks are green, so I'm looking for these stocks to pull back and shoot right back up.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. It should be a fun day, though.
Yeah, definitely.
There is fractional buying on Robinhood. I forgot about that. Yeah, I'll probably be buying puts if I do buy options. Almost certainly puts for overextension. But yeah, Robinhood lets you buy fractional shares now, so I do have to think about that too. Maybe I can jump in on that.
Trade Amazon.
Yeah, for sure. I could.
Buy half a share.
Yeah.
That's the one I think is really bullish for 2020. It was kind of dead, and it was dead in 2019. It should reawaken. Look at that daily chart, man. That's one of the biggest That's one of the biggest flags I've seen in a long time. At least value-wise, there's not many stocks you see with a $200 swing range.
Yeah,
range is $200.
Amazon's one of the most powerful companies in the world right now, and I think that you get the surge that you got for the holidays.
Look at the weekly chart. Look at the volume. You see how the volume's been pulling back ever since that first rip out over 2,000. That's what you need to watch. The moment that volume comes right back to 30 million up there, that's when you're gonna start seeing the rip out.
Yep.
And I think you could see a rip out like you saw in Tesla. So what you want to do is you need to look at that bottom line. The bottom line on Amazon right now is near that 1736, 1700 area. Right above that. That's where you can, that's the sweet spot. Yeah, if you got in somewhere in that area, you could sit back and relax until it breaks down or breaks out. But definitely the volume went super high when this stock went over 2,000. It pulled back a lot of volume, and now it's really starting to swing.
Opens in 20 seconds, team, so let's do this. Yeah, I think a lot of people bought it there too. But yeah, let's get ready for the open. Let me see what we got.
It just held so much down there at the bottom. Whenever it holds support, a big stock like that, you'll see big time investors get in it.
All right, here's the bell, guys. Yeah, I'm going to be watching CGC too. I always watch CGC though. It just depends on if it has enough volume today to trade it. Because sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, mostly, I'll keep an eye on the penny stocks today too, because again, I do have this Robinhood account. I wonder if they sell put options for SAVA, S-A-V-A. That's one that I might buy put options on if I can find some.
All right, guys. To me, it's looking like a good red to green day. Apple, quick drop right out the gate. CGC, quick drop out the gates. I think these can reverse, but we are seeing a quick drop out the gates.
Yep.
TechSec is the only one that I'm seeing up. TechSec is the only one I saw break out.
Appreciate the subs, guys. Welcome to the team. Let's see who do we have that subbed? Smoky Blizzard. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Let's see. No put options available, unfortunately, for SAVA. Does Robinhood have instant settlement? It does. I mean, I have my full buying power, and it hasn't been a day yet.
Sometimes they do. I think it depends on the trade.
All right, yeah, big drop. I wish I could buy a put option on SAVA, though, honestly. Same thing with FCEL.
All right. One that I'm trying to get is Roku. Roku, guys. Roku looks good from right now.
Ooh, FCEL does have options, too.
35.80.
Look at FCEL and the extension on this one. I mean, I wish I could have gotten in before this big drop, though.
I like CGC, ooh, yeah. AMRN. I like AMRN.
I might buy a put option here, team, on FCEL for like a month. Is it going to let me? It's not letting me. It says it has them. Trade FCEL options. I don't know why. Let me sign out of Robinhood, sign back in. So yeah, I might look to buy a put option on FCEL if I can find it.
Right, looking right now at LK. LK looks interesting.
AMD down. Looking at AMD for a pullback to the VWAP here, with the market dropping some.
Almost got in there for LK there at 78s. Saw it on the bid, almost got it there.
Is anybody else having trouble? Oh, there it is. Okay, there we go. Puts expiring January. Yeah, we'll wait for that to load. I might look to buy some FCEL puts. I also might look at AMD with an entry of 86 and a risk level of 93. My risk would be what is that? 6 cents or 7 cents. Still waiting to see if I can get in FCEL. Here's a pullback in the SPY though. The SPY's bouncing.
Oh, Roku's back there.
Man, and my Robinhood is just screwing up. There we go. There we go. Okay, so FCEL. Let's see, February puts. A $2 February put for FCEL. That sounds pretty reasonable. It's in a month. FCEL be below $2. I think it will. I'm gonna buy that. $53.
All right, guys. Missed the fade on LK. I have to take that range. The range is what killed me there, guys. It's a 10-cent range, and I have to just put the limit order out there near that 80 and hope that it gets filled.
As you guys can see, I am buying this put option on a FCEL here. I'm gonna get one. See if I get filled there. $75 put option. We'll give it a chance, but that's what I'm watching.
Yeah, a little frustrating there. I gotta get around that range and figure out a way to tackle LK there because it's a beautiful play. It's only 10-cent risk there, and there's at least 30 cents profit there. All right,
I jumped in.
Figure out how to nail that one.
I jumped in with 200 shares of AMD. Very tight risk here with 200 shares. My risk is about 83 cents or 93, 94 cents, maybe up here at 94, 95. And so just 200 shares. Oh, it's just 100 shares. Dang it, man. I got to add another 100 to it. Frustrated because I wanted a better entry than that, honestly. And apparently I only had 100 shares. Maybe it's a good thing, though. But now I'm getting squeezed out. I'm out. Very frustrating. If I would have just gotten my normal entry, it would have been better. But we got squeezed up. Less than $30 loss, though. I'll take it. I'm just going to move on. That's really my fault, was that I didn't realize I had only bought 100 shares. But it is what it is. I got out before this big squeeze up, and so I'm not trying to hold through that. We're going to look for some other stuff. Let me see if my put option got filled on FCEL. It should be, because now it's up some more, which means it's more favorable for the other end of it. Let me see. Placed. So it's not filled yet.
Beautiful fade on there. Beautiful fade on CGC.
I'm going to cancel that put, and then I'm going to look to see if I can find it again. I mean, February 21st put option. I like that one. Let me just see if I can find it again, though. Yeah, it's the same one. It's still there. I like that one.
I like APHA if we can get back to 530s. Cannabis sector going down right now. That looks good.
What's up, team? Yeah, this thing keeps freezing. Did it sign me out again? No. Okay, good. We got over 300 people here, guys. What's up, team? Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Click the bell.
What's going on, guys? What's up?
What's up, guys? We got over 300 people here. What's up, team? All right, we got Tesla moving up some. Look at AMD pulling this red to green move. And so, yeah, a lot of times when the fade fakes out like this, it's going to pull a red to green move. So that's what we're getting here with AMD. Interesting levels to look. If it breaks these highs up here and then pulls back, it could give us a nice bounce play using that pre-market area, that pre-market high area at like 47 as our risk level. So let's say it continues to run, the VWAP gets dragged up to here, and that pre-market high plus the VWAP is right around 47. I'll buy that dip buy opportunity all day, but there's a lot of stuff that has to happen to make that viable, and so we'll see what we'll wait for it and see what we get.
Definitely LK, beautiful fade today. Got to try to figure out how to nail that range so that we could tackle that one, because it's a nice fade there. Not much risk there. 10-cent risk, and you could have got easily 50-cent profit on there. Got to try to nail one of those.
All right, but no, wait. Let me see what. So yeah, Goo, my put option that I'm trying to buy for FCEL is a longer term put option. So that one doesn't expire for a month and a half. And basically, I'm betting with that put option on FCEL that within a month and a half, it's going to be below $2. And I think that's a pretty safe bet. I think considering how much it's moved up in the last few days, it's a pretty safe bet. And if I'm wrong, it's small pennies. You know, it's small change. It's insignificant. It's kind of like, you know, if anybody's ever seen The Big Short, it's like when you're wrong small, but when you're right big. And so that's kind of the equivalent. It's not exactly the same strategy as they did, but it's similar. I think so. Let me see. See, it's going up now. I might have to go cancel my order. The same option is now 85 cents per contract. Let me find it. I might have to go back behind it, cancel that, and then just re-put it and pay 85 bucks for it instead of 75, which is fine.
All right, looking for a red to green move in EMPH. We'll look for that one to try to come back to VWAP.
Hey, now it's only now it's only 55 bucks. Let me change this limit price.
That cannabis today was a good one. Didn't get it, but definitely liked cannabis today.
There we go. All right, I got filled with 55 cents as my put option. It's a 250 strike price, which I think is fine. TDM Air Trade is down for you. It's not down for me. Mine's working fine. It might be your RAM. I recently upgraded my RAM, so I have 32 gigs. And so I got plenty of RAM dedicated to Thinkorswim, and so it might be how much RAM you have dedicated to yours specifically. Really, what I wanted though is I wanted an SAVA put option because this one is way too high, and I wanted it right around the open. But yeah, it's just way too high relative. I don't know. Maybe mine's kind of freezing now too, so maybe it's not your RAM. Oh no, there it goes. Okay, I'm back. But yeah, look at this extension. This is what I want to buy a put option on so bad. It's very rare that stocks like this will have put options on them though. We do have a pullback in Tesla here though. Look at this.
All right, trying to get EMPH here on a VWAP bounce play. Let you guys know when I get in.
I'm not trading on TradeNet, man. Joe, I'm not buying options on TradeNet, man. What are you talking about? I'm buying put options on Robinhood is really what I'm buying. And you know Robinhood overcharges you. But no, it's not Robinhood is what I'm buying it on. Yeah, it's Robinhood. That's what I'm buying on.
A little frustrated there. EMPH came back, but it didn't hold at the VWAP there even for a second. Would have been a nice VWAP bounce play, but didn't even hold there for a second. A little frustrating.
All right, there goes AMD. I really didn't mind this pullback to 95 here for AMD. And like I said, we could use these pre-market levels, which are also right around the VWAP. And if we can get an entry right around here, I really like the bounce play for AMD down here at like 46.95. Also, even maybe down just to 47, I'll take a little bit and just look for that bounce, a small bounce in it. But we need it down a little bit more. And we're just watching the SPY to see what the SPY gives us. I think that's the big thing here. It's all going to be relative to what the SPY does.
Yeah, look at that EMPH rip there. I wanted that VWAP bounce, but didn't get it on the spread again.
My man, Luciano, appreciate the sub, brother. Welcome to the team, man.
Getting ripped by spreads today. Not getting my chances. EMPH, beautiful VWAP bounce play. If I would have got in there, I wanted to get in there at 26.30s. That would be a 30-cent pop right there. Not a bad trade at all, but the spread just killing me. Same thing happened in LK. Would have had a great win on that one. Really got to nail some of these opening trades. We could be, again, another day big in the green at the open if we just are able to take those trades.
All right, I'm going to start to jump into a little bit of AMD here, just a little bit. And like I said, shout out to my man. Let me see if I can pronounce this. Luciano Cardosa Vasconcelos. What's up, man? Appreciate the sub, brother. Welcome, man. Dope name, honestly. But yeah, we'll see what we get in AMD with just 100 shares. Thinkorswim's giving you. Anybody else having Thinkorswim problems, team? Let me know. And so yeah, I'm in AMD. You want to see basically what I'm doing is I'm in AMD, anticipating a possible bounce here at the whole dollar, and we do have a lot of room, and I've got a lot of area to kind of scale in here. So I'm in with 200 shares. I also like the pre-market high being right here at 94, and so I can kind of scale into that level and be okay here. Looking to take some swings, and I really don't mind it because, again, we do have some big pre-market levels here that kind of guide the trade, and we also have the VWAP, and so we're just looking for a bounce there, and if we don't get it, that's okay too. I think what also helps us is the SPY and what it does today, what it decides to do. Yeah, I mean, I'm not having any issues either. Not loading charts. Yeah, mine's working okay too. All right, so here's the drop in AMD. Gotta be careful with it.
Chewy.
It's glitchy today. Hey, appreciate the sub, Jeffrey. What's up, bro? Appreciate the sub, man. Thank you, sir. What's up, Lance? Top of the morning to you too, bro. Oh, dude, my Thinkorswim is now frozen, and I didn't notice it. Oh, man. Look at that. It's frozen. You see that? I got to be able to get out of here. Okay, so now I am having Thinkorswim issues. If you guys see this, it's completely frozen here. Yeah, Thinkorswim problems will happen probably, like, what, once every few months? And so they're rare, but when they do happen, Yeah, they're frustrated because, yeah, you see these aren't lining up right now. It's finally back, but my Thinkorswim was just frozen for the last 30 minutes.
It's just part of a free service. That's what happens.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's okay.
All right, guys, looking for Momo to pull back here. It looks like a good VWAP bounce play there at 35.
Yeah, FCEL looks like it might run up. Whatever FCEL does today, it's insignificant because I'm buying. I bought a long-term put option on it. This hurts though. I gotta be real. This hurts. I got squeezed out of AMD. Part of the reason I got out though was because it was a little bit laggy, and I like the bounce move. But we're gonna wait, and it's okay. I'm down less than $50. Thinkorswim is not, TD is not their ideal charting. It's great, but it's not ideal. The charting is great, but their platform lags. I have 2 detached screens with 16 gigs of RAM and dedicated more RAM, and it still lags. Yeah, me too. I have 32 gigs and a lot of RAM dedicated to it, and mine's lagging too. And honestly, it's frustrating. It's really my fault because I kind of got out a little bit early, but I was trying to ride this bounce up here on AMD, and it froze the entire time. And all I was doing was watching my taps was fine, but then it freezes, and then this squeezes up, and so it did cost me a little bit there. But again, it's okay. We're just gonna move on and see what else we can get. They have weekly issues. Yeah, I love Thinkorswim. Don't get it wrong. Don't get me wrong. I love Thinkorswim, but they have their issues sometimes. I'll say that.
One that's looking interesting is AUPH at the VWAP here. But it had a lot of volume that it just got crushed in. So it could be bag buyers at the bottom there.
Yeah, and SPY, AMD did exactly what I wanted to. It was just my mistake. It was my fault. I got scared out of it a little bit early.
All right, Apple pulling back. Maybe that one at VWAP.
There's the breakout on AMD. It hurts. It hurts. Make fun of me. Tell me I'm a big wimp. I got out way too soon with AMD. It hurts.
It happens, man. It happens.
Oh, no, I'm good.
AUPH looking great. That was a great rejection there right off the VWAP. As soon as it went to it, they rejected hard there.
But yeah, beautiful move on AMD. I'm gonna change the chart though. We got Tesla. Tesla looks interesting. What did Roku do today? Same kind of mess. Watch the SPY though, because the SPY is now below the VWAP on my chart at least. And we'll see if it bounces here. If it bounces here, it'll be great for longs. But if it gets rejected here, it could go the other way quickly.
AUPH, so tempting right now.
Hey, we got 325 people in here. Appreciate the love, team. What's up, guys? Thank you, Dragus. I'm a big wimp, man. Make fun of me. You know, tell me I suck. That's right. I need to hear it. I need to hear it. You know?
All right. Looking at Momo here, pulling back here. I'm going to try to get some here in the 90s. Try to get 91s right here. Threes.
Looking at Roku. Roku's kind of pulling back to the VWAP. Maybe I'll jump into that one. I'm going to wait, though, and let some stuff follow through a little bit before I jump back in.
Took a little share size there. Looking to increase.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, free, it's my fault. I made the wrong decision there. I'm just kind of... One of the ways that I kind of get over the... frustrations is just how you got to make fun of yourself a little bit. You can never take yourself too seriously, and so if I screw up, I welcome everybody to make fun of me because Sometimes I need
It
to hear it.
happens.
Yeah.
All right, guys. In here, a Momo. VWAP bounce play.
Yeah, you can make millions property. You can also lose millions, though, and that's the big thing about it, you know? You can make billions, but you could also lose it, though. Man, somebody hurt my Newt's cradle. My son's been over here, man. I know it. Look at this, man. He screwed it up. My son's been messing over by my desk. Yeah, I was long in AMD. Hey, Drake, let's get out of here, bro. Don't. It hurts, bro. It hurts, man.
All right, guys. Looking to add here. Looking to add.
Oh, you're in something.
Here.
My bad. There you go.
Now pull back to 35, and I'll hit an add here. Looks good when we got that volume right now to smack in there. There you go. Looking great. Looking for a pullback to 35 here.
There you go.
Pull back to 35, and I'll take a shot here.
There goes FCEO. There we go. Now it's looking better for me. Yeah, no, AMD hurts because if you guys heard me this morning, I called out exactly what it's going to do. I said if this one breaks over the VWAP, breaks those pre-market highs, and then pulls back to those pre-market highs while the pre-market high and the VWAP are right around the same area, I'm going to take that bounce all day, was almost exactly what I said. And then it did exactly that. And I just got scared. I got scared out of it a little bit early. So it's my fault. I just made the wrong decision, but called it out. Looking at AMRN for a pullback, man, that one faded really nicely today. SPY breaking down a little bit here. Yeah, I mean, I do trade with thousands sometimes. Why would you lose millions then? So, because you can, man. Think about it like this, right? You could be a good poker player. But you could also lose even though you're making the right decisions in poker. You're going to have positive and negative variance with trading. So even though you might be making the perfect decisions, you could still lose. And so, you know, every trader understands that. That's where risk management comes into play. And you shouldn't trade too large. You know, you should trade small. A lot of traders want to make huge money, but they're not really ready for it. And so they end up trading too big and lose their account before they were necessarily ready to trade that big. And so there's positive and negative variance in trading. Basically, you might be doing everything right and still lose. And so it is based off of probabilities, you know, and sometimes you're going to get unlucky, you know, and it happens. But point is that if you make the right decisions over the long term, you'll most likely be profitable. No, property. I wouldn't say it is. I think flipping homes, you have a better likelihood of success in a shorter period of time, in all honesty. Although flipping homes is much harder. You know, I click buttons. Flipping homes takes a lot of work. Yeah, we got a lot of people asking, if you did sign up for the World Series of Day Trading 2, under my link, you probably won't get your account for at least a few weeks, probably a month or so before the competition starts. And so just give it some time. You'll probably get your account in number and everything like that, like a week before it starts. And so just be patient. You're not going to get your account right away. They're going to have to get you signed up. But if you signed up, you should get an account, especially if you signed up this early.
All right, guys, watching Chewy also for the long. If that one comes right back above, that one looks like a good squeeze potential. AUPH definitely in play today. That one looks like it's starting to squeeze above the VWAP.
Yeah, property. By that logic, all investing is gambling, right?
All right, guys,
so,
gonna sell 150 right here. Sold 150 of it right there. We'll keep the rest of it break even.
This song is called "Calling Me" by Ooyy. Calling Me.
All right, guys, have taken most of it off now.
Looks good, bro. Killing it, man.
I'm just gonna let the rest of the trade work here.
Yeah, flipping houses is sorry, Mitch. I know you're in the trade, man. I'm kind of talking about random nonsense. But
flipping houses.
Here. Yeah, but flipping houses, it all depends on where you are, right? It's all subjective to you know, how well
Right.
you are, how good you
One
are
that
at
I'm
flipping
watching,
houses.
guys, is Chewy for a breakout, guys. Chewy for a breakout. Keeping an eye on that.
Right, exactly. Art, everything's gambling, brother. And like I said, by that logic,
AUPH breakout, guys. I called it out. That squeeze was big right there.
by that logic, all investing is gambling. And so it's just, you know.
Watch for a couple of those parabolic stocks. I'm watching Fate right now to see if it's going to just start taking off. Fate is a little bit more on the downside than AUPH, so we'll keep watching that one, see if it gets some crazy pump here through the 1930s. Another one that looks good is Apple did a nice VWAP bounce. I called that one out. Look for VWAP bounce. There's a lot of VWAP bounce places that you can make great money on, guys. You just have to be willing to understand the risk and reward on it. But there's some great VWAP bounces that we've seen.
Yeah, we got 300.
Derm also up at
people.
VWAP. For VWAP fade, Derm looks interesting. That was a parabolic stock. I've been trying to keep an eye on those, but
I'm waiting for subs to settle a little bit. I'm looking at AMRN though. AMRN looks solid. If AMRN can pull back to that 2130 level, I can risk off of that 2150 and then set a reward target at like 2190 or at 2090. So my reward is 40 cents, my risk is 20 cents, so it's 2-to-1 reward to risk, and that doesn't look bad at all. And I might consider that one, but we need a pullback there. Everything else has been really sideways, like Roku, even the SPY itself.
Issues. I'll be right back. Doom, back in.
Yeah, everything else is really sideways though, like Roku, Tesla. The SPY itself is very sideways today, and so I'm waiting for stuff to kind of pick directions before I trade anything
There you
else.
go, guys. Up there now to the 30s. We're gonna sell into this break into the 30s. My even my TC charts are lagging, so even my pay charts are struggling, guys.
Yeah, so it's not just Thinkorswim, I guess.
Yep. All right, looking to see if this is going to push into the 30s. There you go, 30 showing up on the bid. You can see the momentum. It's 32s. There's 31 showing up here. 34 is on the bid. Trying to see if these 30s are going to keep getting bought up. We're up almost 33 cents now.
Solid trade, brother.
All right, saw the momentum die there. Went to 26, just step out. Take the profit.
Good work, bro.
$40 trade, not bad. 200 shares.
Yeah, especially with your account size, you know.
Yeah, I'll take that. That's a good bounce back, guys. That's a bounce back of, let's say, we just made back about 20% of the loss. So that's a pretty good amount.
Yeah, I'm in Tesla for a fade. I'm gonna keep it pretty tight, and I'm in with very small share size. Like I said, I'm waiting for some other stuff to set up a little bit more. If
I
we
need to
can
restart my charts here. Time to restart TC.
So we are getting a big squeeze here, though, in Tesla. It's squeezing up very quickly. Some type of catalyst might have came out with it for this one. But we'll give it some time. Like I said, my risk here is only 23 up there, so we still got a little bit of room. We'll let it work. Hey, appreciate the sub, Matthew. Welcome to the team, bro. Appreciate the sub, bro.
It's crazy. I've been seeing some really good charts, at least the last 2 days. At least really good possibilities to make great profit. Really, sometimes you got to know when the charts are there and they're matching up, because that's the time that you can really start swinging. If you're starting to see everything match up, there's a reason why. The patterns aren't in play right now. I've been seeing VWAP fades and VWAP bounces work the last 2 days.
Yep.
And when
There
you
goes
see
the SPY
that,
tank.
you know,
SPY.
you can easily make tons of profit just by taking a swing.
All right, Tesla looks like it wants to break here. I'm gonna hope it gets rejected, but I'm not super confident in it. But one thing I do like is like, look at the SPY. That thing just dived the other direction, so that should theoretically help me. And we'll hold it and let it work here. See if we get a pullback. My entry for this one is pretty easy. Gonna look for a full breakdown down to like here though, 422s or so. Yeah, look at the SPY, guys. Whoa. Yeah, SPY's reversing us right down to the lows here. Like I said, this is just a little bitty trade until we can figure out something else to watch. But look at the SPY dive here. It's down to 323.50.
AUPH shooting off there, guys. AUPH now up there to almost $21.
SPY's down to 323. We'll see if the SPY bounces at the lows or if it rejects and continues to fall.
Oh, look at that Derm. Derm looked great for a VWAP fade. You see that one, DERM? Nice fade there.
Yeah, Tesla broke. I'm about to jump out before I get squeezed over this $0.50 level. Huge
Okay,
squeeze real
crack
quick.
down. Starbucks up? No, down also.
And I'm still looking at AMR in for a fade. We'll see. Not the best luck today, though, for me. I like AMR in too because I can use... I think another thing that I'm running into is that I'm not giving myself enough risk in these trades.
Interesting pattern is on EMPH. It's a nice flag pattern above VWAP there.
Jerome is absolutely right. Jerome says, it seems like you go red most of the mornings but bounce back later. Why don't you just start trading after 1 hour? I don't know. Probably impatience, to be completely honest. Another thing is like, you know, I trade on the stream. You know what I mean? And I don't want to just not trade for the first hour. And so part of it is to, you know, give the traders that are watching something to watch. But, you know, also the truth is that sometimes I have good mornings, and that sometimes, you know, I think looking back statistically, I have much better later mornings than I do early mornings, because usually later on, closer to, you know, 10, 11 o'clock market time, I start to do much better. But, you know, it is what it is. One thing about being able to bounce back like that is that I don't let these red trades get to me too much, because I know on average I usually bounce back. Even on Tuesday, you know, I lost some Tuesday, ended the day up like $1.50, but I ended up rebounding on Tuesday as well. And so it is what it is. Sometimes the market's just not in my favor, and sometimes it is. And, you know, losing days are going to happen. That's just part of it. You know, that's why you get people in here sometimes that they don't, you can tell they're naive to trading. And so they see me and I have a losing day and they say, oh man, you know, you must be a terrible trader if you have one losing day. And it's just kind of like, no, like losing days, losing months are probably going to happen. Losing weeks are going to happen as a trader.
I will say, you know, man, another day where we talk about the top stock. You gotta nail that. Look at that CGC fade.
CGC?
These other fades. So yeah, CGC. Look at that fade. Right out the gates.
Right
Big
there
volume out the open.
935.
That's what we want to see, guys. Big volume right out the open. You saw 500,000 shares traded there in CGC. That kind of momentum is going to push down. So it pushed down to 2114s. Right there, it bounced all the way to 2148s, 45s. And that's how it was on the bid. The risk was 2150s. You could have risked maybe 10 cents there, and then that one flips around and goes beautifully south. We're talking a 5% move over $1 move there, 5% down. Those are the ones
Tesla
that
too.
You can go with low share size, is what I try to do, guys. Low share size, extend your range. Understand that if you take a loss at the open, it needs to be with lower share size so that you can kind of still be in the game but take your swings. And that's how you have to understand the open. I think it's a lot to do with timing and understanding, are you willing to take the swings? Because if you're willing to take the swings, it's okay. But it's not about taking the swings with big share size. It's about taking the measured trade with a smaller share size so that you can get around the volatility of the open. Because when you take those trades with small share size, guys, you're going to be able to stay in the trade.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes though, Joseph, you gotta hang it up. You know, sometimes you gotta hang it up even if you're down. And I think that's something that I don't do the best, which is that sometimes when you're losing, you're supposed to hang it up. You know, sometimes the market's just not favorable for the way you trade, and if you keep plugging away at the market, your losses can get bigger and bigger. And so sometimes you do have to hang it up, and sometimes you just got to accept the loss on that day. And if you don't,
with that would be understanding just you got strategies, right? You have to have a max, because sometimes they're gonna work, sometimes they're not.
Yeah.
It's all about swings. I've talked about this constantly, guys. It's called the waves of trading. You have waves on the upside of your pattern, and you have waves on the downside of your pattern, meaning it's just not as accurate at the moment. And so you need to understand when your strategy is working for you and when it's working against you. There's certain times you're going to see that you're seeing 8, 9 charts look correct or kind of match the pattern. And then there's times where you're seeing all the stocks just not even look like your pattern. And when you do see the pattern, it doesn't fulfill. Those are times when the pattern isn't hot. So find when the pattern's hot, and then you can swing harder at those times. And also you got to know when to pull back, when to lower share size to manage your risk on the downside of the pattern, because it doesn't always work out, guys. That's how trading is.
Yeah, it really doesn't. And you know, we talked about it before. Like, trading's not a get-rich-quick scheme. Like I said, like, I've grown this account to $2,000 in profit roughly in the last few months. And my account's a $9,000 account. And so it's a little bit less than 25% growth in a few months, which is great in investment terms, or in investment, logic. And so, it's not bad. And part of the issue, though, is that sometimes new traders will jump in with just too big of sizing. They'll just trade too large. And that's when they give up and quit. And it's because they lose so much when they weren't necessarily ready. Like, as a new trader, you got to trade with like 100 shares, maybe, depending on the range of the stock, obviously. You got to trade small and take it slow. And if you rush it, it's going to end up coming back and getting you. And so you got to just remember that. Be okay with it. Since I gave myself a bigger max loss on the day, then I've been a little bit more comfortable with my opening losses. And I've been able to kind of start to take swings a little bit later on in the morning. Yeah, I'm watching AMRN here. I just need a pullback to like 21.26. I don't know about my risk here at 21.50. I might have to wait. Another thing I might wait for is some fake out fades.
Not going to take another trade on there. Momo does look good to continue momentum, but I'm going to leave it alone.
Look at Roku for an ascending triangle here for Roku.
Looking at Rad. I'll look for Rad to do the VWAP fake out fade. Yeah, I wanted to get above 17 and then break down through 17.
Yeah, I kind of like that one.
But I'll keep an eye on it. That's a side chart to put on. Rad looking interesting there. The one that I also wanted to keep an eye on, potential squeeze, is Fate. This Fate just starts squeezing through 1925s. I might take a long on that one. If it breaks down here through 19s, this thing could just tank down. Daily chart has it coming down towards 1837s if this breaks.
Yeah, it's a little bit less than 25% actually, but I'll take it.
Beautiful fade today on LK. That one went down more than $1.
Dude, why does it keep signing me out of this, man? Also, guys, if y'all want to become a channel member of ours, you can check out the link that Nightbot posted. You get to use the dope John emoji. I'm still waiting for Mitch to send me a picture so I can turn him into an immortal.
Gotta find the dope picture.
Yeah. All right, I could turn Mitch into an immortal emoji right there. There's me, you know.
There's the rad turning around.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw you up. I'll be right back, guys.
Didn't even want to hold here, guys. I was looking for it to hold there in that area for a little bit. Didn't even want to hold. Rad just getting knocked down. Rad taking the rad hit. All right, let's look at Fastly. I know that one had a move today. That one had an up rating. Since trying to get back to breaking out here above $22. Doesn't look like it's going to do it today. Looks like it's breaking down there. Fastly breaking down there. Momo looks interesting along again, but I don't want to try it. The risk would be right underneath it at 35.17s. But it looks like it can continue getting the volume that it got right here at 35.13s. Really keep shooting on up. But looks like we have a longer term pattern there. If you look at this right here, this is what I would look at. Kind of that ascending wedge happening here on Momo. Nah, don't worry. He has Geico, guys. All right, guys, looking around for charts. If you guys see any good charts that are trending, let me know. Always looking for trending charts around this time. ACB down big time today, guys. APHA, I like those. The cannabis stocks really went down today. Let's look around, see what else we can find here. Maxar, let's see if it's on the upside today. Yeah, it looks good. It's good for a 16 buy here to break out. Up one, down one, up two, down two. Somewhere in here, and then swing back around for the 1620s. Be interesting to watch. AUPH coming right back down there towards the VWAP. Market's turning bearish. Yeah, I could see that. You can see why you'd take that approach, Trader Lewis. You can see why you can get that approach. Apple turning down there too. So looking good for your approach. Square heading down there too. So that's to match your approach. NIO, hoping to see it drop below the 375 support, Bailey. I'll take a look at it for you. NIO's been hurting. Yeah, it looks like a good fade, man. Good trade, Bailey. I think you get your crack. What you got there is what I call the 3 rule. So you got to bounce there at 392. You got to bounce there at the 390s. And then you got to bounce there at 389. Good pattern in there. 3 rejections from the top should head down towards the support, which is dead on like you're calling it, 375. If that breaks down, I think you're looking for another 10-cent move down. So you could look for a nice move towards maybe the 360s.
All right.
360s
All right, guys, I'm back.
is what I could see getting to it. But yeah, good trade on that NIO, Bailey. Good call out.
Look at the SPY just tank here, guys. Wow. Anybody see that?
Yeah, I mean, it still has this huge bottom that it had pre-market at 321.98. So I think that's where we're heading right now.
Yeah, just a huge drop.
You know those wicks that I tried to call out pre-market that I was worried about? Remember I said, is there big wicks? Do you guys see those? That's where it's heading to right now. Those wicks. So what I'm thinking is there was an imbalance at the open. When we have ever an imbalance, what we get is an arbitrage kind of fix here. I think that's what you're seeing right now. Volume built up here at the bottom. So you need to see if it's going to crack the support or if it's just going to do bag buyers. SES, John, what I would look at SES on is look at it on a 1 hour chart. And this just looks like a measured pullback. Until it breaks 841, I wouldn't see this as bearish. But this one is pulling back big time. But what I am seeing on this one is what we call buying pressure. Buying pressure at the bottom. You see big wicks at the bottom of this in the 860s. So I think you need to look to see if you see huge sizing getting in there in the 860s. And then if it got back above 950s is when it would really look bullish. Right now, it's just collecting volume here in consolidation between 9 and probably 860s. So that between that range right now, it's consolidating. Momo looking like it's going to break out there. Looks like a clean breakout there. Could have held on in a little bit more shares, but I like where I sold mine at.
Yeah, a lot of people talking about TD Ameritrade acting weird today.
Ooh, someone calling out a beauty. Look at Angie's call out. That one looks interesting. I like that. That AXSM. That looks interesting right there. Where's the daily support? Daily support is at
that one does
96, 97.
It's just such a huge range, though. That's the issue for me with that one. The range is monstrous.
Yeah, that it is. I agree. But it looks interesting.
I'm scared to trade that one, man. The range is just ridiculously high.
Yeah, you have to trade this with like 25 shares. Yeah. Hold on tight. Because you might get a 50-cent pop. So it depends what you want to risk. That's all it depends.
Hey buddy, here. My son just booed me.
You got booed, man.
I got booed. He popped out from the chair and said, "Boo!" Got me.
Boo! You should tell him boo-hoo, man.
Got him. No, he's running around. You awake now, bud? Sounds like my son's up.
Oh, I think he's awake.
Yeah.
I think he's ready.
Yeah. He's ready. He's pumped. The day has begun.
Oh, that's how it is, man.
Yeah, man. Alright, see you, hero. Later, bro. Part of me wants to take a little bit of AXSM too with like 25 shares. But I don't know. Today's just not a great day.
Nah, I think it's time to ease off a little bit. Start seeing the patterns change up a little bit. starting to see the ease. What did EMPH do? That looks like a difficult pattern to tackle. Yeah, it looks very difficult.
You might joke. That's probably what it says Apple. You know? Roku just tanking. So is Tesla.
Yeah, Roku looked good at the open.
Nah, we're on vacation, man. He doesn't go back to school for like a week. He's gonna be home bugging me for the next week.
All right, looking for one more bounce in Tesla to 426.
Yeah, I'm looking for the fake out fade there too.
Yeah, if it bounce, what would make sense for me would be a bounce here to 426 and then it curves right back underneath.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna let it go for right now. It needs to do that curve effect.
I don't know, John. I'm still kind of sick, bro. Plus, the closest casino to here is like, what? Lake Charles? I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm about that today. It's a long drive, bro. It's like 2.5 hours, man. Alright, well, there goes FCEL.
Looking around.
I don't know, John. I don't know, bro. You know, honestly, John, I don't know if you realize this, but there are casinos, or not casinos, but there are poker rooms here that are legal. Like, there's legal poker rooms here. Like, you can play poker here legally. The only difference between them and a casino is that they are not allowed to charge rake. And so they got to make up their money by, like, other stuff. But there are legal poker rooms here is what I'm saying. I know there's one, like, right down the street from me.
They can sell you a massage while you're getting your poker.
Honestly, the problem is if I went to a poker room today, nah, Mitch, get out of here. Your mind's in the gutter, bro. But no, if I went to a poker room today, I'd be sniffling that thing up. I'd be sniffling all over that thing, man. Everybody would hate me in there. You know, I'd be touching the chips. People would be scared to get in pots with me. It just wouldn't be good. You know, I'd be sniffling too much, bro. You know, I'm being real. If I went to a poker room today, I'd be sniffling all over that room, dude. People are getting mad at me in the chat just for sniffling, man. Think about how they'd be in a poker room right now. They'd be like, John, get out of here, bro. You're going to infect all of us.
Oh, what did SES do? Oh, consolidated. Got bought up.
I took a little bit of AXSM here with 20 shares. I'm probably getting squeezed out.
Sometimes I'm just dead on. Sometimes don't listen to me, guys. That's why we tell you guys. It's not both ways, you know?
Yeah, today don't listen to me.
SES perfectly spike up there to 990s. That consolidation down there in the 890s, the $9 finally broke out, pushes up there to resistance. Now it needs to hold 930s. If it breaks out and gets a big volume squeeze through 950s, that's where you're trying to see the volume stack in now. And the 950s, the hold to a 920 stop out. It's a 30 cent 30-cent, 20-cent stop out there, and you should look for probably half of that to explode up. I would look for a move maybe to 10.20.
We're sitting over here dancing to the music, you know.
Let's see if I can watch the volume just completely just get bought up there at the 950s.
There goes FCEL, man. That one's working out. Honestly, though, I made a mistake here, guys. What I realized is that I actually bought the January 17th put option on this one instead of the February one. I wanted the February one. I bought the January one. So this thing expires in 2 weeks. I'll break even on it now, though. If we get any quick drop, I'm getting out of it. Yeah, they don't have 3-card poker because I'm not about that 3-card poker life, bro. I'm not about that, man. I don't like 3-card poker, bro. I like conventional 5-card Texas Hold'em, bro. That's all I'm about, man. That's all I play. That's all it is, man.
All right,
I'm not
guys,
playing
looking
3-card
for a
poker,
pullback
John.
in EMPH towards the 26-36 area. That one looking like it's building up for a breakout. Just gonna keep an eye on that one.
I'm probably gonna get squeezed out of AXSM here. I only took 20 shares though. $10 loss is fine.
My man took it. It was a savage trade.
Yeah, it's 20 shares though. It's squeezing up. There, I'm out. I ain't touching that one no more. $15 loss. Acceptable. It's just not doing enough. We are getting a bounce back though, because the SPY's bouncing back. And so Tesla, Roku both look interesting. I'll probably take one more trade. Maybe hang it up. Today's one of those days where I'm just not right about much. Which happens, you know. I can make fun of myself. Don't listen to me today, because I've been wrong about everything.
This is how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, man. It's okay. I can make fun of myself, you know. I've been wrong about everything today. Yeah, we're not in SoCal though. We are in Houston.
Ooh.
SoCal sounds expensive to me, you know. What happens when we die? Very deep question. The only honest answer is I don't know.
Not trade, I'll tell you that much.
Right. I got a new course on that, you know. I got a new course on that.
I can tell you at least that much. I won't be trading.
Yeah.
I'll be missing my charts, man.
Yeah. The only honest answer is I don't know. You know.
That one's for your friend's channel.
Yeah.
All right, there's AXSM with a little bit of a breakdown. I think you might have gotten a little squeezed out of that one, but that was just the range, just tackling you. It's hard to tackle that kind of range.
Yeah, look, there goes FCEO.
Yeah, you need to stay in that thing for like at least a 50-cent risk. That's hard.
Yeah. I'm loving FCEL right now. I bought that put option today. Look at that thing, man. I'm loving life right now with FCEL.
I'll look for 101 for AXSM. If it bounces there, I'll try to take a shot, but I don't think it's going to happen, guys. ENPH still looking good. Want that one back to VWAP. If it gets below VWAP and kind of holds some volume there at 40s, 38s, it could get back up there. Tesla moving back.
I got you, Shetra. I'm going to play your song for you. It's also a losing day for me, so it's a sad song.
There you go.
You know,
I'm looking for a push in Tesla up there to 426 area.
This is my sad song of the day.
Looking around, what to find. How's the AMD life? Just holding on. Coming down to support.
I like that one if we get a dip to that 4740 level. But we need a
That
dip
one's been
there.
strong. Without a doubt, been strong.
Yeah. It's a dope song. I like the song.
Ooh.
You don't like it, Kelly? Well, it doesn't like you, you know?
Mute it.
No, I love the song, you know? Oh, but just if anybody wants to use the same platform as us, I'll post the link here. Some of the benefits of this platform, you know, it really allows you to day trade with very little startup money. So you're paying for a package, and it's technically an educational package. And so it's 14,000, you get 14,000 in buying power. There's no PDT rule. You can day trade and short using their platform. But like I said, it's technically an educational package. And so their base package is $375 during the sale. It comes with a trading course, a demo account to trade with and practice on, and access to their chat room for a few weeks. And then you get to partner with them and become a contractor for them and trade their account. And like I said, that includes 14,000 in buying power. There's no PDT rule. You can day trade and short stocks using this. And I think it just makes sense. It's one of the cheapest ways that new traders specifically can get started in the market, actually be able to short and be able to day trade with no PDT. You know, instead of depositing thousands into a conventional platform, you can go the TradeNet and Tefs route. You can spend $375, less than $400, and actually be able to day trade, you know, a decent sized account and actually be able to short. To be fair, I think most new traders are just going to lose, because new traders are gonna lose their account regardless of are going to lose their account regardless of where they go. And so if they go anywhere else, they're probably going to lose as well. And so to be fair, I think they're probably going to lose here too. But it's much cheaper to lose a TradeNet account than it is to deposit thousands to a conventional broker or platform and then lose that. And so I think it makes sense for new traders. Of course, I'm biased in their favor because I post referral links for them and make a commission if you sign up through us. But I've been using them for years. I genuinely enjoy the platform, and I think it's a great, cheap way for new traders to get started. And so if you want to check that out, I'll post these links here. Give me 1 second. Let me post these. Hold on, let me find it. But yeah, like I said, I think it's just a cheap way to get started. I think it's very cheap, and it makes sense. So let me find it. There it is.
What's going on, guys?
You like the music, Hero? Good, man. I'm waiting for some good setups. I'll get in one eventually. I've been taking little small slices at the market today. Nothing really came back to me that well. AMD, I missed the best bounce this morning on AMD. I can blame it on TD Ameritrade, but really it was just my fault. I got out way too early. And like I said, guys, hit that subscribe button. You know, we got over 300 people in here. We do this live for free every day. We day trade live right here on YouTube for free every weekday morning. And so if you appreciate that, if you like watching us day trade live, you know, come join us again. We hope you appreciate what we do here. And, you know, we've been going like crazy. Let's start off the new year right and continue to push and continue to do what we can to keep growing this free channel that we have here.
I'm liking Max R right now. On a pullback here to 16, you could risk off a 1594 for a VWAP bounce play. I would definitely want to get in at 16 so I could risk down to 1595s or 93s. But do see like a longer term pattern breakout possibility on Max R.
Oh, also, guys, if y'all want to be on my team for the World Series of Day Trading, it's completely free. It starts in February. Basically, the way it works is they give you a demo account. Last time it was 240K, and in 6 trading days, the traders that make the most money The top 3 in my team alone win free trading packages. And then the top 20, I think, in the competition win free trading packages as well. And it's completely free to apply to and enter. And so if you want to be on my team, we're going to be live streaming it every day during the competition. Here's the link. You can go check that out as well. It's completely free. At the very least, you're going to get a demo account for a few days. You know, appreciate the sub. Oh, Moamin, appreciate that, brother. Welcome to the team, man. Also, Matthew, we've got a lot of subs today, so appreciate the subs, team.
Yeah, that rad. That was a good fade today, guys. I hope someone got that. Not seeing much there.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be patient and wait for something to present itself here. We got a lot of stuff that are following trends, and so we'll wait for some pullback, see if we can find something.
AMD looks like it just topped there at 47.75. I'm going to see if that one could start pulling back. The rest of the tech sector is actually on the downside.
Yep.
So I want to see how hard this breaks here at 47.65 on the downside here. But it definitely could hold right there at 45.65, which is the support. So we want to see how it reacts here. It's definitely in tight consolidation. Looks like a good pattern to read at least.
Also, guys, if you want to use the same scanners that we use, there's the link in the chat for that as well. You can use promo code BT15 at checkout and get 15% off. And so if you want to check that out, great scanners, best scanners in trading, in my opinion. I think they just make sense for traders, especially if you're a good enough trader. They can pay for themselves very easily. And they're super quick, super dynamic. You can build your own strategies around the scanners and vice versa. And so go check them out. The link is in the chat by Nightbot as well.
Ay, coming in, yeah, flex. I just wanna win, yeah. LABB, who we running with, yeah. 2233, I'm on 10.
Here goes AMD kind of breaking out. It's pulling up there to 47.89s. That one might get interesting too.
Damn, he did it again. I just flipped the pain. Stripping and dipping in base, slab on everything. Swimming, you sinking away, cause I got big racks coming. I put my low racks on it. I ain't skip past losses, I had to get back off it. See the fit lab on it until they whip my coffin. Money clip, I tossed it, I heard it's big bags on big bags on big bags coming, coming in, yeah, flex. I just wanna win.
Kind of looking at Roku here too. It just depends on what we get. Market's been consolidating down there. I don't mind a short on Roku if it bounces up. Problem is, it just needs to confirm a trend because it's been kind of choppy today. And so we gotta, you know, that's one thing that I don't like about it. We're gonna wait and see.
Don't gotta sell him, most of flawless, broken wishes longer than this foreign. Heard you want it cause the yam's enormous. What's an ass since she isn't gorgeous? Live my life, last name of Morgan Freeman. Trying to touch a forest, do not know when knocking on the door is. Came in, did it like the Porsches coming in. Yeah, flex, I just wanna win. Yeah, LABB, who we running with? Yeah, 2233, I'm on 10 again. Okay, alright. Coming in.
Retail down today. Whole bunch of them. I was looking at Urban for a short, but I never took it early on in the day. That thing crashed really nice through the 27.79. Went down there to about 27.60s on that breakdown. Bounced kind of near VWAP and then just faded down. That one looked good.
Yeah, I'm still holding a little bit of AXSM. I jumped back in with 20 shares. I'm up about $10 right now. I'm just kind of hanging out here, trying to let it break down. It's been kind of sideways though. Roku's another one I'm looking at. Just kind of messing around with some small trades for now, but we're gonna try to give it some time to see what happens. But AXSM has been stubborn. There goes AMD though. Nice little breakout there.
Yeah, I had a little bounce there. I never went to my 101 entry, but it looked great. UMPH breaking out there. That was a VWAP bounce. Happened on that one. Thinking about longing Southwest Airlines right now. So that's LUV, guys.
I'll be right back.
Wanted to retrace a little bit here and then break out. It's looking interesting though. Alright. All right, we'll look for a potential big time fade here. If it gets to it, ATVI needs to come back. I'll look at that. You can use the pre-market high or the pre-market low or yesterday's high, which is 59.42. We'll see if it gets back up there. It'd only be about 10-12 cent risk for a move back down 50 cents. So keep an eye on that one. LK coming back. That's starting to rip towards the VWAP. I'll look at that at VWAP. Maybe you can get a fade on that one, but that one's already pulled back a significant amount.
Alright, so I am in AXSM a little bit. I'm also in Roku here with 50 shares. We're going to let these two work. See if we get a little bit larger pullback. With AXSM, it really doesn't seem to want to break and hold under this $100 level, which is a big level. With Roku, we're going to give it a little bit of time. I'm down like $75 on the day, which is still very small, all things considered, and we're just going to try to give it some time to let these two work. But regardless, you know, fairly small positions.
And not much out there for me right now, guys. I'm looking for good positions to long and short, but things have to add up.
Yep.
CGC has gone too far for me to try to tackle that one in the afternoon. I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Yeah, CGC's just been too sideways for the last hour or so.
Way too sideways for me.
Yeah.
I'm liking this LUV here, but I want another pullback and then a rebuy in the 45s. But we'll see if we get it. I want a small pullback here, and then it's swinging back up there to the 58s, 60s, maybe getting up there to the 54.70s. Can look for a nice 15-cent breakout there to the highs. Keep an eye on that one.
Dude, why does it keep logging me out? Weird. Maybe I got a little bit stubborn with Roku here. I could have taken a little bit off there. I just don't want to see it dip break out here over this 135.20 level. Yeah, there's the breakout. See, I just don't want to see this breakout here on Roku, just to show you guys. Roku's moving a little bit faster than AXSM, so let me put Roku up. I got in on the fade here. I just don't want to see it break out over this level, which it should have a lot of resistance here. Even if we extend this to the left, it should.
Right.
But we'll see.
Liking that move in Love LUV at Southwest Airlines.
Back down to 74s, 67s. I want to see a pullback to the $0.50 here and a breakout underneath that. That's what I'm waiting on. Maybe I should take profits here and then just add back on the pullback up here. I could do it that way, and so I guess I'll go ahead and do that to be safe here. I don't know, Michael. It's hard to tell. I'm not going to say yes or no for that one. It's very hard to tell whether it's going to be worth it or not. I like the range on AXSM too. If we get a breakdown here, it'd be great. Yeah. There goes AXSM's breakdown. What, buddy? I don't know where Mario Kart is, buddy.
All right, guys, if you guys want to go ahead and check out the platform that John and I trade, we trade with the high quality platform that's actually provided through TradeNet. We use Tefs as the executing platform. What I really like about this platform is my high speed and low commissions. Today, I used 200 shares for this $39 win that we had in Momo, and this is only going to be a $3 round trip trade. This is very low commissions compared to many others. And one of the great things I really like is I'm able to long and short the stocks that I want to trade. Today we traded Momo, a mid-price cap stock. As you can see, we did a VWAP bounce play in this one, buying it up at 34.97, which was an excellent pricing right there at the VWAP when it broke down. We were able to get that pricing, sell some up at the top of resistance. Highest price sold was in the 30.26 area. This is a great trade for us. This is what we want to be trying to tackle, guys. If you guys want to keep trying your live strategies, or if you're really trying to make that step up into profitability, definitely check out TradeNet. It gives you the advantages of that low commission, gives you also a demo account to trade for 2 weeks. You also get a trading package that's brought to you by TradeNet. So definitely check it out, guys. We'll leave the description here below. This is another thing is, you always are supporting us by going through them. And like always, we tell you guys we're a little bit biased because we put up the referral link, but we try to give you guys the strengths and weaknesses of every broker. And that's really what you need to do.
Yep.
Look at Momo. That was a great VWAP bounce play today, man. Could still be holding on.
Yeah, AMD, I'm still bummed out I got out of that one. That one was a beautiful one. AMD, I called that one out earlier, and it just kind of kept going after I got out of it. So it is what it is. I missed that one today, but like I said, I'm down like $60 on the day, $70 on the day. I mean, it's a small day. I'll be all right.
Yep. I'm trying to get one more win.
I'm just gonna get out of Roku there. Still holding AXSM, waiting for that breakdown, but this one's taking a long time. SPY's bouncing back some is what we're getting.
And if it don't make a dollar, then how could it make a real change, baby? Spilling pieces of a poet, don't you know it, I'm the real
spectacles. Yeah. Yeah, I wear glasses, man. I'm nearsighted, so I can't see far away very well. But yeah, I have glasses. But they also help with looking at these screens because I can't read little small numbers very well.
So you know the story, love. Never thought he'd be a legend. He was always sure he was. You was always
See, Tesla's setting up for a fake out fade. I just don't know if I want it, man. I've lost on Tesla a few times today. I just don't know if I want to feel like doing it.
See if she gets to where I
Gemma.
want her.
Jimmy said about the intro and currently use the demo. Do you have to trade the demo for 2 weeks? It's all subjective. For different people, they make them do different things. I would just reach out to them and be like, yo, can I get the funded account? And sometimes they'll be like, you got to do so and so before you get it. And sometimes they'll give it to you early. It just depends on the person. So you know, just reach out to them and ask.
I think it's always best to determine whether you're ready, is understanding the platform also. That's what the main thing about a demo is. So you can understand how you can get ins and outs and how it works.
Yeah.
I would suggest at least 1 day minimum on that demo.
Yeah, you
Not
gotta learn the
because you
platform.
can't trade, but you
Yeah.
gotta learn the platform.
Yeah, not even to learn how to trade, just learning how to use their platform. The platform is very similar to DOS, really.
Yeah.
But you know, you gotta learn the platform before you trade with them. You want to.
You're not learning the platform. I mean, you're just trying to
Getting in trouble.
push yourself into trouble. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I could sell my my FCEL put option here and make a little $8, but we'll see. Yeah, no worries, Jimmy. Spy still climbing back. Let me see MU. AMRN, on the other hand. This one, I might take a few.
The only ones that entice me right now are LK and ATVI for VWAP fades.
I'm gonna take a little feeler trade on AMRN. I mean, it's a small day for me. I don't mind this one. I'd have to risk off of like 33, so like 12, 13 cents. I could also try to get Roku, but yeah, that's what I would as well, Dylan. Yeah, for sure. Like I said, if anybody wants to use them, check this out. Here, let me find. Here's that link if you want to check it out. No, it's $375 for the entire. It's technically an educational package. Set number of shares, I think. They might let you buy a percentage. I'm not sure. If they do, I've never done it. Ooh, look at FCEL, my baby. There it goes. I'm probably about to just get out here and just bank my money on this put options. My baby.
My boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump out here for a $20 win on FCEL. I'll take it. Let me get out.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
I think that's heading towards $2, but it's not a bad chart.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get out. Boom, out. Made a nice little gain from it. I'll take it. I just day traded it, you know. And so made $17. If you guys want to see it, look, this is my my Robinhood account. I started with $500 Tuesday. I've only had 2 trading days, 2 wins though. Slowly growing this thing. Like I said, I bought FCEL. It looked overextended, and I got in with the put option. And you know, we did get that drop. Like I said, guys, most of the time when you see stuff move like that, most of the time they're coming back down. Most of the time. I know hype gets behind them, and a lot of traders get kind of wrapped up in hype with these cheap penny stocks, and most of these are just terrible companies. And so you want to understand that too. But with that, you know, it's what happens a lot. And so you just got to be ready for it and understand, like, hey, look, these are mostly terrible companies. If I have a few weeks to see if this thing drops 5-10%, that's a safe bet. And so I'm looking for overextended stocks that have run up way too much in the last few days, and I'm just buying put options on them, basically betting that they're going to go down within the next few weeks, and they usually do. Very easy strategy, very simple strategy for traders, and so that's all I'm doing with those. And it worked, you know, a really quick trade. Really easy win, you know, made like 5% of my account in a, you know, quick trade, so that's all I did. I got an AMRN with 200 shares, and it's squeezing up here. My risk is 33. I'll let it work back to that level. I'm also holding 20 shares of AXSM, I think. And it's right around break even, you know, for this one. Let's see. Yeah, I hold 20 shares of that, but both of them are pretty small. You know, I'm just trading it very small. If AMRN comes back down below the VWAP below 20 and then bounces back, I might add to that one too. But I'll try to give it some time. Don't tell me, Jono. Even if it's dropping that much, I don't mind taking my profits from it. Yeah, it's down to 198. Yeah, I got out when it was at about 220, so I caught most of the move. I'm just not going to risk that thing squeezing up. I think everybody's getting squeezed out, and this is what happens a lot, and there'll be other opportunities like this too. The thing I have to worry about now is technically that options trade that I just got into is going to be considered a day trade. If I look at my account, I'm sure it's going to be considered a day trade. Let me see.
100%.
Yeah.
Buy it, sell it on the same day.
Exactly. Even though it's options, it's still going to be considered a day trade. And
yeah, so I mean, you took it at the support. The next support was $2. That's all it did.
Yeah, here it is. 2 day trades. You know, you can see 2 day trades. So it is what it is. I'll take it, but you know, whatever.
It's not bad.
Yeah, I just gotta wait. You know, I got one more trade I can make.
That's really the key here. Since you just felt the momentum was there to take it off.
Right.
If your $2 target, that would be different, but you didn't
100%.
have it. Had that set exact amount. And when you do options, a lot of the times it's going to be difficult to measure it off of the stock itself.
Right.
So a lot of the times you need to actually chart the option.
Right.
I can do that with TC2000. I'm not sure if you can do that with yours. I know I can pull up all the options, and then you could actually just keep it on a chart and trade the option chart.
Yeah. Yeah, there goes FCEL bouncing back. It's at 220 now. So I just got out. It's hard to tell when that bounce was coming. So I'll just get out early.
It's like we talked. If you look at the long-term chart, 5 minute, that's where the support is.
Yeah.
220. And then below that is $2, and then below that would be all the way down towards 172.
Yeah. And so it is
just different levels. It's just different levels. You got to know which way you're in attack. And one of the things that's important here is taking profits at the support.
Right.
That's just not. There's never going to be a time when that's a wrong thing to do.
When that's a bad thing, yeah, for sure. And
Exactly.
people got to realize, like, you might look at my win and be like, oh, that's $18. Who cares, right? But my account's a $500 account, and so that's like a 5% gain. I'll take that. You know, I'll take that all day, because it might seem like it's a small win, but that's how it adds up, man. It slowly builds up. Like I'm just, I don't mind slowly growing this account, you know, and I'm not going to risk a ton because it's a $500 account. I'm not really used to trading penny stocks, but when I do trade penny stocks, like I said, the big concept you have to understand with penny stocks is that most of the time, guys, they are terrible companies. You know, these penny stocks are penny stocks for a reason. You might get talked into investing in some of these penny stocks, but again, most of the time they're just terrible companies. And so what am I most of the time with penny stocks? I'm very short biased. If I do go long, like I did Tuesday, I'm getting in and out very quickly. And I think I actually went long on FCEL. But again, most of the time these are just terrible companies, guys. So you don't want to get caught and, you know, investing in these terrible companies.
All right, guys, might call it a day. Not really seeing charts.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like $100 down today. It's just a small day. Maybe I'll
take another shot.
I'll record it if I do, but you know.
No problem taking another shot, guys. But if the charts aren't there, the charts aren't there.
Yeah, CGC is starting to look a little bit more interesting. I see Joe calling that one out too. That one does look a little bit better, but
It's way too much strong, way too strong going to VWAP.
Yeah,
that's not something you want to short. It's just remember, guys, the VWAP fade is a reversal strategy to the momentum that's happening, and so what you're seeing here is not downward pressure bouncing back. You're seeing downward pressure that slowed down, created a bottom consolidation, and it's bouncing back. It's completely different because of that consolidation and amount of volume that you can get down at the bottom, which can create what we call bag buyers. That's definitely a dangerous stock to short. And that's why a lot of times if we do see these stocks later on in the day like this, John and I will wait for it to touch the VWAP, maybe even get slightly above VWAP before getting into it.
Yep.
Reason why is that we expect that momentum to come back a lot stronger towards VWAP than it would be in the opening trade.
Right. All right, so
a lot of consolidation down there.
With my risk on AMRN, it just tapped it. You can see my risk is right there at like 33. So it just tapped it. I'm probably going to get an X stopped out here, and that's okay if I do. Somebody's asking if Mitch streams as well. Yeah, this is both of our channels. So usually, like, if Mitch is in a trade, I'll have him up. But if I'm in a trade, I'll keep mine up. So we just kind of share screen time. But yeah, I'm probably going to get stopped out at AMRN here. It's getting very close to my risk, and this is my risk here. I tried to let it work for the fade, and it just didn't. So I'll probably close it down after this. $100 loss is fine. Counts at about $2,000 in profit, so still plenty of room, still plenty of time. We'll see if we can finish the week out green tomorrow. But one thing I am happy for is I'm ready for these holiday weeks to be done, because the volume's just a little bit lighter during these holiday weeks, and there's just a little bit less market action, you know, so to speak. And so hopefully we get some good setups tomorrow, but, you know, Monday, hopefully we should have some more volume back, I would think. Yeah, I'm also in AXSM, which is slightly break even. My throat is feeling a little bit better today, though, than it was the other day, but... Let's see. Yeah, not a bad little gains, though, in my Robinhood account for the first time trading penny stocks in a while. You know, I'll take it. Slow and steady wins. And we're just going to keep trying to grow that. I'll try to grow that live so you guys can see it too. It's going to be a mix of penny stock trades and options trades. And I'll just try to keep that live. I also going to put a little bit in the U stock trade too. And, you know, like I said earlier this year, I said I would try to trade some penny stocks this year. We'll try to do that next week too. Should be fun. It's been a while since I traded there. And hopefully we get some fun trades on that as well.
Oof. Tesla to look scary, guys. I was gonna wait for that one, but it looks scary on the way up.
Sorry, I was talking to my son. I had to mute it for a second.
And Tesla looks like it's coming for a rip, guys. I'm not gonna try to short that chart. Not liking it.
John, you probably got to refresh your screen, bro. We got about 250 people here on the stream, you know. But it's still great. It's still a solid number for this late in the stream, but, you know, We don't have 320 anymore. For a while, we got up to like 340, so we had a ton of people here this morning, but not anymore. My bad, Mitch. What were you saying, bro?
You are all good, man. There's not much.
Yeah. Kind of like I'm sitting here getting bored in my trades, you know. And like I said, maybe I'll find something else.
This Tesla going to a VWAP now. It looks like it's gonna rip. I'm not gonna short that chart, but it's definitely back at VWAP.
Yeah, Tesla's been stopping me out all day, so that one's dead to me today.
Yeah, take a pause at least.
Yeah, at a certain point, Tesla's just not been doing me right the last few weeks. I've been trading it a few times, and it's just not working, man. AMRN, I might get stopped out here. Getting close. And another rejection. Let's see if it holds this time, though. $33s. And
what I don't like about Tesla, guys, is all the moving averages are right below it. I do not like that at all. That does not show a strong signal. It shows a weak signal and weak on the side to short it. So I wouldn't want to try to short a chart
and
like
I'm
that.
out. Yeah, I got squeezed out. $108 loss today. That's okay. Well, I'll set a stop in this AXS trade, and we'll see if we can make it work. But I'm going to go ahead and close it down for the day, guys. If you do want to... hold on. If you do want to follow along with what we're doing after the stream, I'll post this Discord link. You can kind of keep track of what we're doing here. Small losing day for me today. We'll see if we can bounce back tomorrow. I'll post the Discord link though. Sometimes I do trade after the stream, and if I do, you can follow along with that right here. Join our Discord. It's a free day trading chat. We have thousands of people in our Discord. I appreciate it, R. Smith. Thanks, brother. But yeah, join the Discord link. You can also check out the same platform as us. Like I said, I'll post that link here as well. Really cheap, good platform. You know, allows you to do a lot of different stuff. And so let me find that link. I'll post that link, but yeah, you can get the base package is $375. You get 14,000 in buying power to trade with. There's no PDT rules, so you can day trade and short stocks. Comes with a trading course, demo account, and chat room access. And it's a great way to help support our channel. You know, it's also one of the cheaper ways to get new traders to, actually be able to day trade in short stocks. And so I think it just makes sense for new traders. And so if y'all want to check that out, here's the link. It's just cheaper to go the trade net route than to deposit thousands into a conventional platform. And so if you want to check that out, here's the link for that.
Definitely, guys. And also one of the cool things that has happened is we now have the join the membership now on the YouTube. Definitely check that out. What we're trying to do for you guys, of course, everything's going to stay 100% free, but one of the things that we can do is for those certain members is we're looking to really get out kind of statistical data for you guys. One of the things is that we trade a lot of kind of fades and bounces, and the best way to know what's going on is to actually take the statistical data for that. So we'll be able to at least kind of inform you guys on what strategies are working the best for us at the moment, what strategies aren't. I think this is going to be a great advantage for you guys that want to go ahead and join. Yes,
sir. So yeah, you also get the Dope John emoji. Check it out. Here's the Dope John emoji. You forgot the
Johnny
best part of becoming a channel member, bro.
Yeah.
You get the John emoji, man. There it is. Look at that beautiful thing, man. My beautiful face. You get to post that emoji. You know, it's graceful in here. And so go check that out. Also, guys, you want to join my team? The World Series of Day Trading starts coming soon in February. It's completely free. The top 20 people in the competition alone win free trading packages, and then the top 3 people in my team alone win free trading packages as well. And so if you want to join my team for the World Series of Day Trading, again, it starts coming soon in February, and you can sign up now. It's completely free to enter and apply to, and at the very least, you're going to get a demo account for a few days to trade with. It doesn't really hurt anything. I think you should check it out. Here's the link, guys. Go check it out. You can join my team. Have a good day, guys. Like I said, if I do get into anything else, I'll post it into the Discord like I always do, and as always, I'll record it. That's mine right now. I'm down today, Sid. It is what it is, you know. But yeah, guys, good luck. Man. Happy New Year, Sid. Happy New Year, Eagles. Later, brother. Have a good day, team. We'll see you all later. Good luck in the market, guys. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Click the bell. Shout out to all our new subs today. We got Zidane, we got Matthew, we got Jeffrey, we got Lucian, Appreciate the subs today, guys. Welcome to the team. And yeah, good luck, guys.